All right, I got a lot of stuff to show today, so I think I'm gonna try to do like speed reviews, speed application style so I can fit everything in. If not, I'm probably gonna make this a two-part video because got a lot of things and only one face, so let's do this. Okay, first of all, I've got the Westman Atelier foundation stick. This is their Vital Skin foundation stick, and I have the shade 0. It's a little bit light for me, but they sent me the shades, the 2 shades darker than this one. I think it was like 1 and 2 probably, but those were extremely yellow, and I really care more about having the right undertone. So even though this is a little bit too light, nothing a little bronzer can't fix. I've been testing this for a few days, and it's definitely my favorite foundation stick that I've ever tried. I've also tried the Merit complexion stick in the past year. Unfortunately for me, that one was really dry. It really accentuated texture on my skin, even in places where I didn't think I had texture. I know so many people love that Merit stick, but on me, it just really did not look very flattering. And I also found that it was really difficult to blend. And so this for me is quite the opposite experience. It's ever so slightly more emollient, so I find that, you know, it's just super easy to blend, doesn't really look heavy or cakey on the skin, doesn't seem to accentuate texture in any shape or way, but I might actually eat my words on that. Look what's happening to my chin. Really looking textured right here. And I just don't find that liquid foundations do that to me. That's what the Merit did too, but a lot worse. But I do really like the way that this blends. So maybe I can just kind of smooth it out with my fingers. Maybe the warmth of my fingers will help blend it in a little bit better. I don't know. One thing that is great about the Westman Atelier foundation stick is with Westman Atelier products, the packaging does feel really nice and weighted and luxury. I like that little magnetic closure. And when it comes to travel, it's really nice to have a foundation stick for sure because you're not worried about something potentially leaking in your bag. If you're the kind of person who likes to have touch-ups throughout the day, you can pop this in your purse much more easily than you'd be able to bring a liquid foundation or anything like that. So I do think there's a very good practical use for something like this. I am getting some texture emphasis here, unfortunately, but not the end of the world. I don't have any new bronzer, concealer, or brow products, so I'm just finishing it off with all my tried and true faves. I did the Makeup by Mario bronzer in light, the Fit Glow concealer, and my beloved L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer pencil. Shit's so good. I'm thinking of getting the new Rem Beauty concealer, which is Ariana Grande's line. I saw that they launched 60 shades. That's awesome. And they had several shades that might work for me, so I'm so excited about it. Let me know if you'd like a review of that. I thought it might be kind of cool to compare it to something like the Glossier's Stretch Concealer because it looks kind of similar, but I am hoping that it has a little bit more coverage than that one. So before I move on to blush, I have this Alpenbeauty Wild Crafted Actives Willow and Sweet Agave Plumping Lip Mask. It is just a pink lip mask and it feels like if you touch solid coconut oil, it kind of melts a little bit with contact. It smells like grapefruit, I want to say. It's very fruity, but it's like a bitter, very bitter fruit. I can't say it's my favorite. It doesn't really feel like it's doing anything to nourish my lips. It does feel nice, like it feels soft on my lips. I've been using this for 4 days and I just don't notice that it does anything for my lips. So it feels really nice to apply. It feels nice on the lips, but I just can't give it my 100% stamp of approval since I'm not really seeing any results from it. They also sent me a couple other products. We have their Plant Genius Melt Moisturizer and their Wild Huckleberry 8 Acid Polishing Peel. Unfortunately, with the moisturizer, it is pumped full of essential oils, and that's my #1 trigger when it comes to my sensitive skin. So I can't review this one, sadly. And same thing with the peel. You know, unfortunately, when brands reach out to send PR, I always tell them I can't use fragrance or essential oils, and sometimes they still send me those products anyways, like the case with this. So I feel really bad when I can't review a product, but I'm definitely gonna send these to an influencer friend who wants to review them so that they can get some love on their channel instead. And what I have been loving from Alpenbeauty is their eye balm, which does not have any essential oils. It feels like this lush, kind of nourishing balm, but for the eyes. And I do notice it does seem to kind of fill in the under eye lines, much like, you know, a lip mask might. And so I'll use that eye balm as the last step of my skincare routine around my eyes before I put on my Glossier After Balm, and that's been a really nice combo. I have so many blushes in front of me, so if you watched my affordable beauty video, this was the Kiko Milano Festival 3D Glow blush in Rosy Sand, and it broke and I repressed it and it's totally fine, totally usable. So I will just do a quick speed review right now and include the application footage from that video. Spoiler alert, it's totally a dupe for the Bare Minerals Bronzer and Kiss of Rose. I am really impressed with this blush. I think for $18, you get a really good amount. It's a beautiful, sort of pigmented, but not super duper pigmented blush. Lot of luminosity in there. You totally can skip a highlighter. It is a little bit more shimmery than the bronzer. So for me, like the Bare Minerals bronzer is the max level of luminosity that I want out of a blush. This, I just have to make sure I don't bring it down too far onto my cheek because it can start accentuating a little bit of texture. But if I keep it on the higher part of my cheek up to my temple, I find that it looks beautiful. You really can barely tell a difference between this and the bronzer, except for this having a little bit more of that golden sheen to it. So I will definitely be using this in more upcoming videos, but today I want to show some newer products that I haven't shown on camera yet. And the same goes for the Phytosurgeons Skin Spark Blush Bombs in the Toasted collection. I posted a YouTube shorts showing all of these, so I'm not going to apply these today, but I will show you a little clip here. I have the shade Evaporate, which is a beautiful warm peach, very close to my skin tone. Then Condensate is kind of this like muted gray mauve that looks super scary in the pot, but actually is stunning on the skin. And then Exothermic is even darker and even more gray looking, but with like a little hint of more red. And it, again, just looked amazing. Scary in the pot, but on the skin, absolutely incredible. Phytosurgeons really knows what they're doing when it comes to color. Sometimes I look at their colors in the pots and I'm like, absolutely not. That would look terrible on me. And then I try it and it's amazing. And as for this formula, it is just the most satisfying cream blush to apply. It's my favorite cream blush formula. It's almost like a whipped butter balm mousse. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so difficult because it's kind of like this whipped moussey formula, but it's super creamy and buttery at the same time. So it just blends like a dream. They're super, super pigmented, but they blend out so easily that it doesn't matter. They're never patchy. I mean, they're a magical, magical product. So if you want to see me use these in more videos besides just the YouTube short, let me know and I can definitely apply these on camera. I also got a really exciting PR package from Kaja, which includes their little cheeky stamp blush. Before I get into what I am going to apply on my face today, I just wanted to share, I'm going to pass this to a friend because the blush is only on this bottom component and the rest is for this huge stamp. And this just is not even gonna fit in my blush drawer because it's so big and bulky. I would rather pass this to someone who's really gonna appreciate it as a brand new product and get a lot of use out of it. So instead, I'm going to be applying their little bento box in the shade Chocolate Dahlia, which looks totally me, and I'm so excited about it. And along with that, I'll be applying one of their lip mousses later. And the blush I'm going to wear is the limited edition Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush from M Cosmetics. This is in the shade Cherub. You know, I'm a pink blush girl through and through, so I really wanted to try this one. So this is a warm pink with some really fine micro shimmers that I think are maybe a little bit silvery. And this shade in particular is significantly less pigmented than the rest of the others I've tried in their line. This one, I really have to layer a few times to get this color. I don't mind that at all though. I actually really prefer more sheer blushes so I can build them up. So just one tap here. You can see very, very sheer compared to how I built it up on the left side. But this is my kind of blush formula. You know that I love powders. I just find them to be much more long lasting than any kind of cream because my face just like is like the Pac-Man. It just eats blush off of my face all day. So I just find that if I wear a powder or a cream powder hybrid, I don't have to worry about it fading. I don't have to worry about touching up as much. So this is what Cherub looks like all over my cheeks. As you can see, I really don't even need highlighter because of all of that really fine micro shimmer coming through. But I did apply quite a lot. So I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and sort of make the edges a little bit less pigmented there. Okay, I feel like that's more manageable, right? Like that, I can leave the house like that. Not that I'm going anywhere. I live in the middle of nowhere. Real quick, I'm loving your recommendation for the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on my nose right here and like a tiny little touch here because I am gonna apply some powder and take down a lot of the shine that's on the rest of my face. How pretty is that highlighter? I just had to add that a little bit real quick. I have two new powders to show for you. One I posted in a YouTube Shorts. This is the new Fit Glow Blurring Bamboo Hyaluronic Acid Setting Powder. And then I have the Westman Atelier, what is it called? Vital Pressed Skincare Powder. The little info card I have says that this works like makeup, sweeps away shine, smooths pores, and evens tone, but acts like skincare, working to control oil and refine skin texture over time. Plus, it protects from environmental stressors. This powder comes in 5 shades, and I have translucent. This is a nice little teeny tiny compact that fits in your purse, but I will say, this is heavy. Like, this in my purse is heavier than my phone. Like, this is extraordinarily weighted. So if this is the kind of product you'd want to take in your purse, for me, I don't like adding something that has a lot of weight to my purse because I do have, back problems and chronic illness. But if you don't care about that and you're someone who, when you pay luxury prices, you want like luxury weighted packaging, then I think you'd really love this because it's beautiful and it's super heavy and luxurious. So I'm gonna do the Westman Atelier on one side of my face, and I'm gonna do the Fit Glow on the other. And I wasn't recording that part because there was a wasp I had to get rid of. So I'm gonna put Westman Atelier here and the Fit Glow powder here. I just added a little bit right here where I get super, super oily. I'm gonna put a touch on my chin. I always get really oily right here, on my forehead, and under my eyes. I think that powder looks beautiful. Really nice, doesn't feel heavy or cakey or dry or tight. It just looks like beautiful kind of perfected skin, and that's what I look for in a powder. So excited about this one. But it would be hard to beat the Fit Glow. This is the most blurring powder that I've ever tried, so let me show you what I'm talking about. It's like perfections gone. Truly the best powder that I've ever tried. I had some people asking if it was like the By Terry. Unfortunately, I haven't tried that one, so I can't compare them. Man, this just looks so good. So powder is done, and we will see which one can control shine more, the Fit Glow or the Westman Atelier. Another product I'm gonna save for another review is this little sample I got on the ColourPop website of the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. This is not a new product, so I figured you would prefer the Westman Atelier foundation stick, but stay tuned for that one. For eyeshadow, you already know I'm gonna apply the Kaja Chocolate Dahlia Beauty Bento eyeshadow trio. But here are all the other eyeshadows that I have to apply at some point. So I have the Phytosurgeons Flash Fluorescence in Magnetic Maple. They sent this in as PR with the purchase I made of the cream blushes. Phoebe Bridgers wears a lot of grays and silvers and like icy shadows. So I feel like maybe I should have a little bit of a Phoebe Bridgers moment with Magnetic Maple at some point. In my affordable beauty video, I also reviewed the Revlon cream eyeshadow in the shade Caramel, which is just a beautiful, almost like a My Eyes but better kind of shade. It's a very sheer, very subtle, slightly shimmery bronze on me. And so I'll make sure to include the application footage from my affordable beauty video. If you haven't seen that, I'll also link it in the description box below. But this formula is stunning. It's so, so thin and so spreadable. You can use your fingers to apply it so easily and blend. You don't even need a brush. This is probably the best beginner-friendly shadow I've ever tried. And that was a recommendation from a lot of you, so thank you so much for this. It's a total win. But today, let's get on into this little bento, beauty bento. I always want to say bento box, but I know that's not right. You have a very dark matte brown on the bottom, a medium neutral brown in the middle, and a champagne glitter topper. I'm a basic bitch, you know me. I love these colors. I'm just gonna do the medium brown shade in the crease and keep the lid free for using the glitter. These formulas are fantastic. The matte is so buttery. It's, I don't want to say sheer, but it's not so pigmented that it's patchy and then you have to spend all of this time working on blending it out. These are very, very much beginner-friendly shadows. I consider myself an eyeshadow beginner, and so if something's easy for me to use, then it gets an A+. I told you I was gonna try to do speed applications and speed reviews today, so I am going for it. I'm probably not translating very well on camera today. I've just been having the kind of 2 weeks where everything's been going wrong for like 2 weeks straight. House hunting, family stuff, YouTube stuff. I just, you know, sometimes when it rains, it pours. And so if I seem a little off or a little agitated today, I'm really trying to work through some stuff. And one of the hard parts for me is the more I open up about my personal life, the more criticism I get online. That's really deeply painful. And I won't get into it because it doesn't deserve to have any attention, but an influencer sent me several hate threads about me on Reddit last week. There were some really shocking things said. So I'm just working through that. I've learned so much in therapy and dealing with online hate just in the past week alone. Honestly, I've made a lot of progress and I'm pretty excited about that. It's a very freeing thing to feel kind of separated from that kind of feedback, you know? It's as the saying goes, haters gonna hate. Ooh, this one feels actually even smoother than Orange Blossom, which I've had for a really long time. Oh, it is smoother. The Orange Blossom glitter topper was like kind of gritty. And so I found that when I removed it, it kind of irritated my eyes a little bit. I really shouldn't be a beauty YouTuber because my skin is so sensitive, but the heart wants what it wants. Ooh. It's like scattered glitter with a champagne base. I gotta say that Kaja eyeshadow trio is like a no makeup girl's dream. I'm so excited to try this little lip mousse from Kaja because I love how tiny it is. I can take this in my purse really easily. It might be something like the Sunny's Face Lip Dip, which is one of my all-time favorite lip products. Smells like fruity candy. And let me take my lip balm off. Oh. Not like the Sunny's Lip Dip. Very thin. Barely feels like there's anything on my lips. I don't think this color is for me. It's very yellow. And that's about as much as I can bring it up. But it feels super thin, really lightweight. I think maybe if I just had a shade that wasn't so yellow, I'd probably like it a little bit more, but this formula feels really nice and I would definitely be interested in trying this in other colors. Totally forgot to do mascara. I'm so scatterbrained today. All right, finish the eyes off camera. I know you're probably so bored of all of my super simple eye looks, but I have like 15 lip products to try on right now, and so I didn't want any like colors to conflict with the look. But first, the last product I have to do a little speed review on is this Kinship Self Smooth 10% Glycolic Resurfacing Serum. Now, normally when companies send me any kind of chemical exfoliant or acid or retinol, products that kind of generally sensitize skin, I will pass it to someone else because my skin is so sensitive. I'm a broken record, I know. But on this little info card here, they said 94% of people said this serum doesn't irritate their skin like other acids do. I tried it, blew me away. Barely tingles your skin. It's crazy. It smells like strawberry kombucha, which is quite nice. And what I also noticed is barely any product comes out. So they give you the directions and it says shake well and then apply 3 shakes to cleansed face, neck, and chest. 3 shakes of this is like 3 tiny little teardrops. It made me realize I might be just really overusing chemical exfoliants when I apply them. Like I'll take a big scoop and just like slather it all over my face. So I'm gonna try moving forward using products with active ingredients in just a tiny bit at a time. I think that might have been my mistake. But so far, I've used this twice. I feel like my skin's looking really, really good. And I haven't used anything else new in my routine, so I'm gonna attribute it to this. So I have 6 lip products from the brand Runway Rogue, and Runway Rogue was founded by supermodel Patricia Hartman, and this little info card says, Runway Rogue is the creative vision of 90s supermodel Patricia Hartman, inspired by working with the world's elite makeup artists during editorial shoots and runway shows. So I will include some swatches for you. First, I have their lip liners, and it's called the Designer Liner, and I'm gonna try Work It Babe because the lipstick is kind of like a mauve-y shade. Okay, nice. Nice little kind of blurred looking formula. It feels like a cross between a retractable pen and a pencil, so it's kind of like a little drier like a pencil, which means that it lasts longer than like a super creamy liner, but it doesn't feel dry or like it's tugging at all. So the one that I have tried already is their lipstick. I'm obsessed. This is so good. It's in the shade Front Row, which is a beautiful nude, and all of their products have a really nice vanilla scent, but this lipstick, oh, it's so pigmented. So creamy. Is that not like total 90s supermodel lips? Like, I totally see where her inspiration's coming from. This is so creamy and so pigmented. I feel like with the lip liner, my lips look so much bigger than they actually are. So this is gonna be a new daily staple for sure. I love the vanilla scent. This is the kind of lipstick that I love. Huge win there. But she also sent me 2 lip glosses. Now these are very frosty, so might not be for everyone. I have the shades Top Model and Fashion Week. Top Model is this kind of frosted 90s medium brown that I think a lot of people are gonna love. And then Fashion Week is a frosted peachy pink. So I think because my cheeks are pink, I'm gonna do a touch of Fashion Week, but just a little bit. And these, yep, smell like vanilla. So let's do like maybe in the center. See how frosted? I'm into this. Honestly, I was not sure if I was gonna like the frostiness of these, but I think they just make the lips look super juicy. But maybe I should try them on their own so you can see what that looks like too. Okay, so now I'll apply Fashion Week on its own. Ooh, cute. I'm just such a sucker for a gloss that has a really comfortable formula and a vanilla scent. Like, going straight to my desk. I'm gonna wear this all the time. So this is Fashion Week, and I love the frostiness. I don't think it looks overly frosty, for me at least. I find the frostiness actually makes the lips look super juicy, and I don't know, I think it's kind of fun. I feel like if I were looking at someone wearing this, I wouldn't think that they're wearing a frosty lip gloss. I would just think, wow, that's really shiny. Now the shade Top Model is that beautiful brown. Oh, by the way, you can see the glitter when you rub it off, so just something to note. I love this. Ooh, am I a frosty lip girl? I am. This formula just feels so thin and lightweight, but it has grip to it, so it doesn't slide around my lip lines. Feels super comfortable. I think it's really flattering on the lips. Beautiful vanilla scent. I have a weirdly hard time saying Runway Rogue. Runway Rogue. Runway Rogue. Runway Rogue. Runway Rogue. Looking forward to trying more. Might need to buy some more lipsticks because that formula was... Next up, if you haven't seen my affordable beauty video, I will leave that below, but this is the NYX This Is Milky Gloss. In Choco Latte Shake. It has a kind of artificial milkshake scent. Not my favorite, but I don't mind it at all. I love a paddle applicator. And this formula, so comfortable. This is an opaque formula, so no glitter or shimmer or frostiness. Quite a lot of pigment from these, which is really nice, which means it'll work on a wider range of people. If you have a darker pigment to your lip, these will show up a little bit better. I think they look really nice and smoothing on the lips. They're a thinner formula, but they have grip to it so it doesn't slide around, so it just ends up feeling really lightweight. And even though they aren't described as a liquid lip balm, there's definitely a balminess to them. And they do talk about having some hydrating ingredients in here, and I can definitely feel that. And these wear really well as well. I feel like they last a little bit longer than a lot of lip glosses I've tried. All in all, I just think this is one of the best drugstore products I've tried. This next one's kind of weird, but arguably my favorite from this whole video. It's the mini size of the Tarte Lip Slip Vegan Lip Balm in the shade Fresh Pressed. This is the most cushiony, thick lip product in a stick I've ever tried. Ugh, oh my God. And this color, Fresh Press, is just like a peachy brown, or not brown, like a peachy beige. And it is so deeply nourishing. Rudy Berry, who's a wonderful YouTuber, TikToker, beauty Instagrammer, she loves this product and talks about it all the time. I'm so obsessed with this. This lives in my purse now. One thing about me is that putting on lip products really can elevate my mood. Like, that experience for me is just, it's like putting on a song or a fragrance, putting on a nourishing lip product, and it's like the sun came out. Next up, we have the new Fit Glow Lip Serum in the shade Joy. This looks like a scary purple, if you're scared of purple, but it actually kind of adjusts because it's so sheer. It ends up just making your lips look like that Dior Rosy Glow Backstage blush. Like, it just looks like a little bit of a cool toned pink. I thought I was gonna be so scared of this color, but I love it. I love that little soft flush of lilac, but you can see on my lips compared to the tube, it's so sheer that it ends up just looking like a gorgeous, gorgeous pink. So this is actually now one of my favorite lip serum colors that I've ever tried. I just think this is the perfect, really brightening, super fresh shade. And because it's sheer, it probably would work on a lot of different people because it would add just like a hint of a cool toned purple pink to your lips. And of course you get that beautiful, super nourishing, really replenishing formula from Fit Glow. You can always get 20% off with my code KATE20, spelled K-A-I-T. Not an affiliate code, but if you want to support me, you can make a purchase through my affiliate links in the description box below. I feel like this just makes me feel so fresh and awake and youthful. I love it. We have 3 more lip products. I have the new Clinique Creamy Lip Glosses in Rosewater Pop and Black Honey, and then I have the new In Beauty Lip Glaze in Mystery Glaze. I posted YouTube shorts on all of these, but I know not a lot of people check those out, so if you missed those, the Clinique Creamy Gloss formula is described basically like a liquid lip balm online, and I couldn't disagree more. It's really not. It is like a classic lip gloss formula, just not quite as like thick and sticky as they used to be. Liquid lip balms, they are not. Beautiful, they are. So this is a gorgeous kind of pinky peach with a lot of gold shimmer that you can't feel on the lips. They make the lips look super juicy. It's comfortable, but it's not at all balmy or nourishing. It's just not like a really thick traditional lip gloss. So if you're looking for something like a liquid lip balm, you're not gonna get that here. And it also is a little bit sticky, so let me show you. See? So I don't think that this formula is anything groundbreaking. In fact, I feel like this formula is a bit of a regression compared to all of the wonderful, really nourishing, comfortable, yet lightweight formulas that we do see on a regular basis now. But I really don't mind that because I think it looks so pretty. And I do like a stickier lip gloss formula because it lasts so much longer than something super thin and runny that's just gonna slide right off. You know, you take a sip and then it's gone. With my small ass lips, I'll take something a little bit stickier over a super thin runny gloss any day of the week. And this color is just like the summer shade of my dreams. Obviously, I also bought the shade Black Honey, which is stunning. Oh, so stunning. And for reference, this one does not have any shimmer in it. It's really easy to get a precise lip line because of this tiny little applicator. So if you're someone who tried the Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey and you, like me, felt like that formula was just a bit lackluster and left your lips feeling a little bit more dry, this might be something that you would really like because it gives you those beautiful Black Honey vibes, but with a much juicier finish. And it has significantly more pigment. I realize this is also almost the exact same shade as the Fit Glow Lip Serum in Root. I swatched them on my Instagram stories and I saved them to a highlight under Clinique if you wanna see the comparison. Fit Glow Root just has a hint of mauviness in there, but it's basically the same thing. When it's on the lips, you can't tell the difference. Really, it just depends on what your vibe is. And lastly, my new obsession is the In Beauty Lip Glaze in Mystery Glaze. And what it is a mystery scent that's super fruity. And they want you to guess what it is. They haven't said what it is yet. And it's a clear gloss that adjusts to your pH and it does that flush of pink, kind of like the Dior Lip Glow. What I noticed, I do think they made a formula adjustment for this one. This feels a little bit thinner than my other In Beauty lip glazes. It feels like maybe it slides around my mouth a little bit more than the other lip glazes do. But I saw online that they said something like a juicier formula. I can tell that there's much more shine to this. So I think that's why they did it. This does seem like a very unique lip glaze compared to the other ones that they have. You can see it just looks like wet. It's so beautiful. And over time, it'll start flushing really pink. On me at least, I have like barely there lip color. So if you have a darker lip color, I'm not sure if that means it would look more pink on you or more sheer, but on me, it does look like a really nice kind of warm, juicy, natural pink. So at first, I thought it was strawberry candy or gummy worms. It's definitely some kind of candy that's fruity, but John said Skittles. If you've tried it, let me know what you think the scent is. And then lastly, the one thing I wanted to check in on was the Westman Atelier foundation and the powders. I hope you can see this, but in looking in the mirror, the Fit Glow side stayed completely mattified and blurred, whereas the Westman Atelier side, there's already a lot of shine coming through and you can see more texture. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but you can see more texture on this side of my forehead and shine coming in compared to this side. So the Fit Glow powder for me just wins by a mile, but I love that I have the Westman Atelier because I can keep that in my purse for touch-ups, It's just that if I were to compare both products, I would recommend the Fit Glow over the Westman Atelier, but you know, one's a pressed powder, one's a loose powder, so just depends what you're looking for. So that's it for today. Let me know, out of all the products that I wasn't able to try on camera today, what you'd like me to show in my next few videos. I can totally do like a part 2 try on. That's it. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.